Organic foods are available everywhere we look today, but are they really worth all the hype? You know, if you're like me, growing up, you didn't question what was on your plate. I ate whatever was in front of me without wondering where it came from, how it was produced, and if there was anything such as sprays or chemicals on that at all. I grew up just eating what was in front of me. In fact, I didn't even hear of the word organic food until it was well into my high school years. But I was very passionate about nutritional biochemistry. I was very passionate about health and wellness at a young age. And so this conversation began to evolve and grow with me, and I became quite interested in pursuing it. And the more I looked into it, the more I realized that, it wasn't that long ago that we were told that these foods that were traditionally raised with sprays and herbicides and pesticides and so forth, that wasn't a problem. These were not causing any health issues at all. In fact, organic food was just an overhyped fad of very expensive food. Well, this has now moved 15, 20 years later from a very fringy health topic to one that only maybe a small handful of farmers would provide to a mainstay part of your everyday shopping experience. Organic foods, organic products are everywhere. And this is something that we need to start to discuss further. So why is it that organic foods are really that important in the first place? What is the merit in the science, and does that really help us in the long run? Well, the truth of the matter is we either pay for it now or we pay for it later. And what do I mean by that? Yes, organic foods are often at a higher price point. The good news is it's become such a big market that it's become very competitive, and prices are becoming lower and lower and more easily attainable every single day. But yet there is still a cost to that. And so we either pay for it now or down the road, if we're not paying attention to the amount of chemicals that are coming into our body, there's very clear science that dramatically increases your risk for a lot of the different illnesses that are present today. In fact, fungicides, herbicides, pesticides, GMO, which stands for genetically modified organisms, these are all found in the non-organic foods on a regular basis. And that's not to say that those foods don't provide value, but we have to be more careful than ever because we were never meant to ingest these toxic compounds. Human DNA does not recognize these, and it often gets damaged by these compounds, especially when it's happening over and over and over again for many years. So what can we do about this? Is this something that we can just shrug our shoulders and say, I can't do anything about this, so I'm just going to continue eating the way? It doesn't have to be that way. And luckily, this movement, this organic movement, has taken off in so many directions that we have more options. They're more easily attainable than ever before. And so one of the things that I'm going to recommend today is it's not about perfection. This is one of my sayings that you'll hear me say over and again. But it's about progress. And one way that we can make progress right now is to reduce our toxic burden with certain foods. And if you're on a budget, like most people are, this is very helpful because there's a list out there called the Clean 15 and the Dirty Dozen. And I've recreated this for you, and you'll be able to access this below. But these foods in the Clean 15 are the ones that you don't necessarily have to be as diligent about. These are ones that have generally less exposure to these compounds that can be damaging to our body. But the Dirty Dozen is a section of foods that you really want to invest into buying these as organic as much as possible. And if you do this, you're already going to reduce your toxic load immensely, and you're going to be eating foods that are far more richer in nutrients and even taste better. So enjoy. So for more tips and free guides, please jump over to thehealthygutinstitute.com, and I'll see you at the next video.